now to Kevin Myers, because he has an article in today's Irish Independent. The topic, the advertising of offers such as airfares that exclude additional charges that are, as we all painfully know if you've ever tried to book something on a website, always added on later. But it's not just airfares that are irritating him. Restaurant service charges, cinema ticket surcharges as well. Kevin Myers, columnist with the Irish Independent. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you.
Just flicking through the newspapers this morning, I mean, you've got some great value there. Ryanair saying they have a sale today, $14.99 one fare. You can't beat that.
Yeah, but you don't know what the price is. You have, and maybe Ryanair, for a change, are giving you the final buying price there. But most of us have experienced an entirely different kind of arrangement where they give you a false price and lure you on. Ryanair introduced this concept, so far as I know. I was writing this morning about my experience with Aer Lingus, advertising online 0 airfares to London, 0, free of charge. We began to book 2 tickets, and the charges and the taxes and this evil thing called the handling fee accumulated until the 0 airfare for 2 of us came to €160. Now,
160 for something that was supposedly free.
From 0 to 160. Now, I don't know what the taxes are, but I do know, A, I've been cheated, and B, I feel a dupe, and C, I've been treated with contempt. But they get away with it. You see, and this is the point. This is what I just don't understand. We've got a government, we've got, governments for years, and they are able to levy airport tax and charges on airfares. So why can they not tax stealth charges? If an airline is saying, well, actually, we're going to give you a ticket free, and then ends up charging you €80 per ticket, there should be a stealth tax on that. And that's not complex. It's not complex. So why is it tolerated? And
back in the old days, when you used to have to go into your travel agent to book your ticket, at least you knew the price. There was none of this. You were given the upfront price. This is how much it's going to cost. You can even change your ticket.
But it's true across every part of our lives. You buy the Irish Independent this morning, the price is on the thing. The VAT isn't added later. You go into a pub to read your Irish Independent, you ask for a pint of Guinness, the pint of Guinness will be a tariff on the wall. They won't hit you with the VAT and excise duty when you get to the till. Now, we can deal with restaurants later on, but you buy a suit, you buy clothes, you buy anything, the tax is there. It's illegal for the tax not to be there.
How come these guys have gotten away with it, Kevin? How have they gotten away with this? Because we didn't have a system, as I said, the old system, which was much derided, and Ryanair came in and they opened up the airline market, and we're all very grateful for that. But at the same time, these guys have started adding these on by stealth, and you're right about the handling charge. That drives me mad. €6. We tackled Ryanair in the programme about it before. €6 per person per sector, which means that if you're a family of 4, that adds up very, very quickly and puts up the price. What they said was that handling charge is needed because their website needs to be maintained, and they have to make sure the website works.
Put it in the bloody bill. If it's going to be there anyway, put it in the bloody bill. Don't play games with us. Put it in the bloody bill like everything else is in life. You have to know what you're going to pay.
Do you think that, like, Ryanair used that excuse, right? But as consumers, we're kind of a little bit stuck in Ireland with our airlines, aren't we? Because we only have really 2. I know you've got Air Ireland and CityJet as well, but for most destinations, you're stuck with Ryanair and Aer Lingus. They're now almost as bad as each other.
That's probably true for people in Belgium or Luxembourg or the Netherlands. They'll have 1 or 2 airlines flying regional flights. Yeah, and I don't know how they do that. It doesn't mean because they're being suckered, we have to be suckered too. We cannot rely on the honesty of airlines. Very well. Let the government do it. Let the government introduce a tax on stealth charges. They're not going to do it out of decency of their common decency. And the thing about the handling fee, and what bullshit that is, they have to pay for their website. Oh, go and shag off. If you've got a handling charge, it should apply to that single transaction, but it doesn't, as you know. Every single ticket on that transaction is charged a handling charge. So a handling fee. So it's dishonest. You know what you're in. You're in a queue. You're going into Lansdowne Road, and a pickpocket comes up to you and lifts your wallet. And that's what the airlines are doing to us. You shouldn't really be doing rational interviews with them. You should be kneeing them in the groin. You know,
well, the last time, trust me, I wouldn't describe it as a rational interview. Myself and Stephen McNamara from Ryanair had got into a good argument that Damien had to intervene in the end because neither of us were coming out winning.
Why did he intervene?
No, because we weren't getting anywhere, because Ryanair was sticking to the idea that their handling charge was their handling charge, you have to pay it. But the point I was making was, if I was dealing with a human being on the other end of a phone, then I wouldn't have minded handing over the €48 for my family to take the flight, because there's someone there. It would have covered his or her salary probably for a couple of hours. But the point is, there's no human being involved in the handling charge.
I don't mind whether there's a human being or not. If there's going to be a mandatory handling charge, it should be in the fare from the outset. If they cannot say, oh, this is a bit of a surprise, we're going to be charging a handling fare. Put it in the bloody fare. Now, we don't expect a breakdown of the fare normally. You know, of say €100 airfare. €5 will pay for the air hostess, and €3 will pay for the tyre, and €4 will pay for the fuel, and so on and so forth. We don't expect a breakdown. Just tell us what the bloody fare will be. The final fare. Advertise the final fare, not a notional fare at the outset, which is unrelated to the final fare you're going to pay. Now, you know, the thing is about these handling charges or handling fees, they've spread to cinemas and to the theatres. If I go to my local Storm Cinema in Naas, if I just queue up and I've got to pay, somebody's being paid, someone's drawing a salary to sell me a ticket, there is no handling charge. If I do it online, there's a handling charge. And the online is free for the cinema, and having somebody selling the tickets isn't free. So I'm being charged for saving them money, and that's wrong. I'm being treated like an idiot, and I am an idiot for paying it. But we're all idiots for putting up with this.
But do you have a choice? This is the point. You don't have a choice anymore. You got that flight to London, didn't you?
Sorry?
You got the flight in the end. You had to.
Oh, well, I didn't have to. I could have backed out of it. But the thing is, they know this. As the charges accumulate, you say, oh, well, hold on. Maybe this is better bet than anybody else. But it really isn't the issue. The issue is, are they telling us the price when they advertise the price? No, they're not. The price is unrelated to the price. The advertised price is actually unrelated to the charge price. It's not just Ryanair Aer Lingus. I mean, the theatres and cinemas do exactly the same thing.
And the trains.
Yeah, and the other thing is the service charge in restaurants, which is a long-standing gripe of mine. You know, in France, it's illegal to apply a service charge. You have to put the service charge into the item listed on the menu. So if the item was going to cost €10 and the service charge is going to be €12.50, then the price has to be €11.2 to reflect the service charge. You cannot apply a service charge, nor can you ask in France if Monsieur is going to leave a tip. And that should be the case in Ireland. So, the thing is, they will argue it's bad for tourism or some other crap like that. No, actually what tourists want is to know what the price is going to be. You know, you can be duped once or twice. You can't be consistently duped. If Ryanair advertised airfares as the final price, and that's what you knew you were going to get, then that's when the queue starts forming outside the door. Because then you know what you're going to be paying for. And what people hate is when they find themselves, you know, as I started off with 0, ending up 160, I have no idea how good a deal that is. I have no idea. Nor were the charges broken down, the taxes. I have no idea what those taxes were. So, you know, I feel as if I've been, I not feel as if I've been done. I have been done. I've been stripped naked and left out in the rain. It's just unpleasant.
Okay, Kevin Myers of the Irish Independent, columnist with the newspaper. Always enjoy reading your column.
Kevin Myers. It's a very cross Kevin Myers.
A very cross Kevin Myers. Well, I was going to say this after you gone off the line, but I'll say it, you know. Interesting to note that Ryanair posted 23% rise in their second quarter profits yesterday. So, obviously, angry and all as we are, we're still flying with them.
Yeah, and that's why governments have to act. Governments have to protect the marketplace against false pricing. That's what governments are there for.
Okay, and angry Kevin Myers, thank you for talking to us today.